What's up, folks? Today we are diving into some big news about the Blade reboot in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's not looking great for this project, and I'm gonna break it all down for you in a simple words. But before that, if you love this type of content and you want to help docs, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, because the moment channel hit the monetization, I'm gonna donate 40% of channel's income to docs charity I'm gonna post to receive each month on this channel. So if you love this type of content again and you want to help docs, then this is your place. First off, the Blade reboot has hit the major roadblock. Insider Danny Richmond shared on his Patreon that the project is delayed with no clear timeline. This could mean a couple of things. Either Marvel is still planning to make it someday, or it's been quietly cancelled and they just haven't told us yet. The second option seems more likely, because people who were directly involved with the Blade are now speaking out and they are not hopeful. One of those people is Flynn Lotus, a musician who was hired to write the music for the movie. He recently said, "I don't think Blade is happening anymore. I was excited to work on it, but it fell apart. Maybe it'll come back, but I really doubt it." That's a big deal. Someone who was officially part of the project is basically saying it's over, and he's not the only one talking. Another person who was involved is Delroy Lindo, an actor who was set to play a key role in Blade. In an interview with the Entertainment Weekly, he explained why he left the project. He said Marvel was super excited about his ideas at first. He had the meetings with the producers, writers, and even different directors. Because the movie kept switching directors, they were planning to make his character a big deal. But then, as he put it, things went off the rails. That's a polite way of saying the project fell apart. Lindo's character was supposed to be leader of black community, with a vibe inspired by Marcus Garvey, a historical figure who stood for black empowerment. It sounded like a cool role, but with the movie in trouble, he's no longer involved. On the top of that, Ruth A. Carter, a famous costume designer, was also working on Blade. She spilled some exciting details in an interview with John Campa's team. According to her, the movie was going to be a period piece set in 1920s. That's a fresh take for the MCU, which usually sticks to modern times. She was pumped about designing costumes for that era, but she also confirmed the project is on hold. One of the John Campeo's team members, Robert, said Ruth seemed excited about Blade, so maybe there is a tiny bit of hope. But with all that other bad news and stuff around it, it's hard to stay positive anymore. Now let's talk about what Blade was supposed to be about. We hear some plot details from insiders, and they sound awesome. The movie was going to follow Blade, the vampire hunter, in a gritty 1920s setting. It would introduce the supernatural side of the MCU, with vampires and other creepy creatures. Blade was also set to be the leader of the team called the Midnight Suns, a group of supernatural heroes. The plan was to film Blade and Midnight Suns project back to back, which would have been epic. But if Blade isn't happening, that could mess up the whole Midnight Suns idea. Why does this matter? Well, the MCU is heading towards a huge event called Avengers Secret Wars. This movie is supposed to shake up the entire MCU and give us a soft reboot, meaning they'll refresh the universe with the new characters and stories. Blade and the Midnight Suns were supposed to be the big part of the supernatural side of the MCU before Secret Wars. If Blade gets cancelled, it might mean we won't see those spooky heroes until after Secret Wars, which could be years away. There is also a bigger picture here. Kevin Feige, the boss of Marvel Studio, has said the next big phase of the MCU will focus on the X-Men and mutants. That's going to take up a lot of space with new teams, villains, and stories. They are also working on Fantastic Four and new versions of Avengers. Maybe even recasting big heroes like Iron Man or Captain America. With all that going on, it's possible the supernatural stuff like Blade and Midnight Suns will get pushed to the black burner basically. But wait, there is a tiny silver hope. Marvel still needs Blade to make the Midnight Suns work. if they want to bring in supernatural heroes, Blade is the perfect guy to lead the team. So maybe they'll figure out a way to bring him back, even if it's not in his movie. He could debut in the Midnight Suns project instead. The question is, will Mahershala Ali still play Blade? He was announced as Blade years ago, and some people think he might be too old now. And that's something that is kind of true. It's been like 6 years, and this is really tricky. Like the age character, like at least they want that character play for like at least a decade. So what, we don't know what will happen. But I just heard that as long as Mahershala Ali attached to that project, it's not detached basically, it's attached to that project, there's still hope for it. So this is pretty much it. Like I think there's a very high chance that if there will be any Midnight Suns movie, we get Blade in that movie instead of having a solo Blade movie, because that movie is already delayed for enough time, and I think they're not gonna do it. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I don't know what will happen, but I'm just really hyped for the Avengers stuff. I hear us we're getting perfect news every day, especially after the Thunderbolts spoiler post-credit scene, which I'm not gonna go break it all down. But there's all over social media, but I'm not gonna make video about it because I'm not really a big fan of spoiling anything related to this such a huge event like Avengers, Doomsday and Secret Wars. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and if I forgot to mention anything in this video, I'll be happy to hear from you in the comments. See you next time.
What is that?
1300 AD, they called this man the hero from the sky. He was prophesied to have destroyed the evil